This video overviews how to edit a file on an ESX host using VI or Nano. This video is based on VMware Knowledge Base article 1020302. These steps can be used on an ESX 3X or 4X hosts. These instructions do not apply to ESXi. ESXi does not have Nano installed or an SSH daemon enabled, but it does have VI available. Run an SSH session to your ESX host using SSH as the user root. If you have not established an SSH session to your ESX host yet, refer to Knowledge Base article 1019852. You can also use these instructions after accessing the ESX host directly or through a remote KVM, then pressing Alt F1 and logging in as root. In this example, I will add an entry into the etc hosts file on the ESX host, save the changes, edit the file, and change and then modify the entry. I'll also show you how to paste multiple items into a file. First, I want to see what is in the file. In this case, the file is small, so I will use the cat command to display the contents of etc hosts on the screen. I can see the output is as follows. If you wish to have a backup of this file prior to editing it, I suggest making a copy of the file to var temp as follows. To make a copy, type cp /etc/hosts /var/tmp and press enter. Now I want to add an entry for another ESX host at IP 10.21.48.25 and fqdn esx2.vmware.com into the etc hosts file using VI. To add an entry, type vi /etc/hosts and press enter. Now we are in the VI text editor. We can move around using the page up, page down, and the arrow keys. Move down to the last line in the file. Now we want to enter insert mode. You can press I to start editing where the cursor is, or you can also press Shift-O to start editing on a new line above the cursor, or O to start editing on a line below the cursor. In this case, I will edit a new line below the cursor. You will see the insert at the bottom of the VI window while you are in insert mode within VI. I'm adding an entry for the IP. The number pad on the keyboard does not work within VI by default. Use the numbers above the letters on your keyboard. You can use the arrow, backspace, and delete keys as well as enter text while in edit mode. If you decide you are not comfortable with the changes and you want to quit without saving, press Escape, Q, exclamation character, and then press enter. You do not have to press Escape, and Q at the same time. In this case, I want to save my changes and quit. To quit and save changes, you press Escape, W, Q, and then press enter. I can then review my changes by using the cat command. We can see that I put a question mark where I should have put the number 2, so I will now use VI to change this. Type VI /etc/hosts and press enter. Without entering insert mode, I can move to the first question mark, press R on the keyboard, then press the number 2 to simply replace the character. I can also press I to enter insert mode, press the arrow keys on the keyboard to move to the last question mark, press delete, and enter the number 2. Remember that the number pad does not work by default. To save and quit, press Escape, W, Q, then press enter. Sometimes you'll have a warning that the file is read-only when you try to save and quit. To get around this, add an exclamation character to the end of the Escape, WQ sequence and press enter. If you're using PuTTY and you're in insert mode, you can paste clipboard items into VI by left-clicking Copy Text. In this case, I'm selecting 3 lines of text, copying it to clipboard, entering insert mode in VI, left-clicking to paste the text, then exiting and saving the changes. After any edit, ensure your changes are properly entered. To delete the entries I just entered in the etc hosts file in an efficient manner, type vi /etc/hosts and press enter to edit the file. Arrow down to the line to delete. Note that I have not entered insert mode. Press the letter D twice to delete the whole line. You can also press the letter X to delete only one character at a time when I am not in insert mode. I will delete the rest of the line by hitting D twice, and I will save and exit the file. Type clear and press enter to clean up the SSH sessions display. Now I'll use the cat command to ensure the etc host file looks okay. That concludes simple file editing using the VI editor on an ESX host. If you wish to access all the options within the VI editor, you can type man VI to access its man page. Press Q to leave the man page. Now we'll do the same tasks but use nano. Nano is not available in ESXi. The command I'll run is nano /etc/hosts. As you see at the bottom of the nano window, there are commands with the caret character in front, which indicates you need to press and hold the control key, then the character afterward to run the command. For example, to exit, you press and hold Control, then press X. Control G opens the nano help menu, and Control X exits the help menu. The letters for the command do not have to be in uppercase. To make my entry, I'll arrow down to the place where I want to begin entering the text. Note that the number pad does not work by default. Pressing the num lock button actually opens help by default. Use the numbers above the letters on your keyboard. In Nano, we do not need to enter and leave insert mode. We just need to start editing. To save and quit, press Ctrl+X. You'll see the option to save modifier buffer, (entering no will destroy changes), then the option for Y, yes, and no, or Ctrl+C, cancel. In this case, I can press Y to save. I see a file name to write etc hosts prompt. Press enter to save to etc hosts. The changes have been applied and saved. I can also copy multiple items into clipboard and paste them into Nano to simplify bulk edits. Always copy and paste from a text editor like Notepad to ensure that I'm working with plain text. This completes the video. Thank you for choosing VMware.